A very good evening to one and all. In this video, we are going to study introduction to tuples and operations related to tuples. A tuple is a sequence of immutable Python objects. As we have studied, immutable means we cannot modify the contents of a tuple or we cannot update the values associated with tuple elements. So tuples are sequences just like lists. The main difference between tuple and list are the tuples cannot be changed unlike lists, and tuple use parentheses whereas lists use square brackets. Yes, again I am saying here we cannot update or modify or delete the elements associated with tuple because tuple is a immutable Python object. That is the main difference between tuple and list. Whereas list is a mutable Python object. There we can modify the value of a element or we can delete the particular element from a list, etc. And also in our earlier video we have studied that list elements will be placed in square brackets by comma separated, whereas tuple elements will be placed inside parentheses. These are the two main difference between tuples and list. Creating tuple is as simple as putting different elements in a parenthesis separated by comma. Optionally, you can put these comma separated values between parentheses also, and sometimes even if you don't mention parentheses, by default these elements will be part of your tuple. If you see below examples, tuple 1 is having 4 elements which are placed inside parentheses with values physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. By this we can also say that tuple can have a value of any data type. In this, if you observe, first two elements are of type string and next two elements are of type integers. Our tuple 2 is having 5 elements separated by comma and the values associated with elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The last tuple or tuple 3 is an example where we are initializing tuple elements but we are not placed inside parentheses. As I have stated before, even if you don't include within parentheses these elements will be part of your tuples. Empty tuple can be created the way we create list. While creating empty list, we used to say square bracket, whereas to create tuple we will say that tuple 1 equal to empty parenthesis. And one more thing we need to remember, if our tuple is having only one element, it must end with trailing comma. What I mean to say is, if you observe below example, tuple 1 is equal to 50 comma. If you initialize only 50 and if you have not end the tuple with trailing comma, then we will get error. It should be always end with trailing comma if our tuple is having only one value. Like string indices, tuple indices starts with 0 and ends with n minus 1. Suppose if our tuple is having n elements. We can also perform slice operation, concatenation operation, as well as we can use operators like plus and star on tuples also. Accessing values in tuples, as I have stated, tuple values will be accessed using indices. Every value is associated with index value, and in Python tuple index starts with 0 and ends with n minus 1 for n elements. For tuple 1 we are having 4 elements physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. In 0th index physics is initialized In first index, we are having value chemistry. For second and third index, we are having values 1997 and 2000 with respect to our tuple 1. Tuple 2 is having 7 elements. Values associated with them are from 1 to 7, and index values for tuple 2 is 0 to 6. When I print tuple 1 of 0, as I have stated, in tuple 1, in 0th index, the value associated with that particular index is physics. Hence, when I say tuple 1 of 0, in an output I can see physics. Similarly, I have stated that even for tuple also we can use slice operation, and in our earlier videos we have studied slice operation, and whenever we are specifying values for both start index as well as second index, it will discard second index and it will consider only values up to second index minus 1. Hence, when I say tuple 2 of 1 colon 5, it will access values associated in tuple 2 from index 1 to only up to index 4. Hence, in an output we can see 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, second index is not considered, hence we are not able to see in an output the value 6. It will extract only index values from 1 to 4, hence the output is 2, 3, 4, 5. Updating tuples, as I have stated, tuples are immutable. That is nothing but we cannot modify or we cannot delete the element or we cannot update any value of particular element. Hence, whenever we do such assignment operations or whenever we try to delete particular element from a tuple, we will get error. For example, if you see tuple 1 is having 2 elements with values 12, 34.56, whereas tuple 2 is having 2 items ABC, XYZ. When I say tuple 1 of 0 equal to 100, by doing this I am trying to update 0th index of tuple 1 from 12 to 100. As tuples are immutable, this operation is not allowed in Python, hence it will throw error. That's the reason I have placed this statement inside comment. Similarly, we can use plus operator to concatenate two tuple elements, and also in our earlier video we understood the difference between append as well as plus. The append function will modify the original list only, whereas plus operator always create new tuple, and whatever concatenation happened between two list elements, that will be copied to the newly created list element. Similarly, with respect to tuple, when we perform plus operation on two tuples, the resultant appended values from tuple 2 to tuple 1 will be stored in newly created tuple 3, and tuple 1 and tuple 2 are unmodified or unchanged. What I mean to say is, when we print tuple 3, first it will print all the tuple 1 elements, that is 12, 34.56, and tuple 2 elements will be appended at the tuple 1 elements of end, that is tuple 2 elements will be appended after 34.56, that is comma ABC as well as XYZ. These concatenated elements will be stored in tuple 3. If I print tuple 1 and tuple 2, in an output we can see only 12, 34.56 for tuple 1, and tuple 2 we will see only 2 elements ABC, XYZ. Hence, we will say that whenever plus operator is performed or concatenation is performed on two tuples, the resultant elements will be stored in newly created tuple and original tuples will be unchanged or unmodified. Delete tuple elements. Again, deletion is also not possible on tuple, because tuple is immutable, we cannot modify the tuple elements. But the way we delete in string the particular character using slice operation, we can also delete the tuple elements. That is one case. Another case is we cannot delete tuple elements one by one. Python provides two built-in functions, that is delete function. That particular delete function will delete entire tuple. If you observe example, here tuple equal to physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. After that, using print statement, I am printing tuple elements. In an output, it will print in first line physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. After delete operation, I am using print statement, and with print statement, I am outputting a line after deleting tuple colon, and this will be shown on output console. That is, in an output console, it will print after deleting tuple colon. And after that, I am trying to print tuple elements, but in third line, we have already deleted entire tuple using built-in function delete. Hence, we will not be able to print tuple elements. Due to that, it will throw syntax error stating that missing parenthesis in call to print. Did you mean print after deleting up tuple? Reason behind that is we cannot print tuple because in third statement we have already cleared all the elements associated with tuple and also tuple name from the memory locations. Basic tuple operations. As I have stated in this video, we can perform string concatenation using plus operator. We can repeat number of times tuple elements using star operator. And the below examples, if you see, we can perform a built-in functions like length, and we can also use in operator on tuple, and we can also traverse tuple elements one by one using for loop. If you see first example, my tuple is having three elements with values 1, 2, 3. When I perform a built-in function length on tuple to calculate length of the tuple, it will output me 3, because the tuple is having three elements with values 1, 2, 3. Concatenation operation, as we have seen in earlier slide, here we are having two tuples. First tuple is having three elements with values 1, 2, 3, and second tuple is having another three elements with values 4, 5, 6. When I perform concatenation operation on tuple 1 and tuple 2 using plus operator, it will result me a concatenated values in the newly created tuple, and newly created tuple is having concatenated tuple values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here I want to repeat high 4 times, and this tuple is having only one element. Hence, if you observe, we have ended that particular element with trailing comma. When I ask my Python compiler to print high 4 times, I am using star operator to indicate that print the string 4 times. The newly created tuple, if you observe, it is having 4 high elements. Membership operator, that is in, it will check whether given tuple element is present inside tuple or not. In this case, I want to check whether the element 3 is part of our defined tuple or not. So for that I am using in operator. I am stating 3 in tuple which is having 3 elements with values 1, 2, 3. When I perform in operation on tuple, as 3 is part of our defined tuple, hence it output as a true. Suppose assume that my tuple is again having 3 elements with values 1, 2, 3 and I want to print them, or I want to traverse each tuple element using for loop. We can say that for x in tuple 1, 2, 3, then I am using print statement to output the tuple elements value on a output console. And if you observe, I am saying x comma and I am initializing end parameter to the blank space or white space. If I don't use this parameter in print statement, by default it will consider /n, that is new line character, and the tuple values 1, 2, 3 will be printed on each line separately, like 1 in the next line 2 and next line 3. To print all the tuple elements in a single line, I am initializing blank space or white space to the end parameter inside print statement. When I execute for loop, in the first iteration, the first element of tuple is copied to x and it will be printed on the output console. In second iteration, it will copy second element of our tuple, that is 2, to the x, and 2 is printed on the output console. Similarly, in third iteration, 3 is copied to the x, and using printf statement I am printing 3 on output console. After that, tuple is empty, or tuple is not having any more element. Due to that, for loop is terminated. Hence, in an output we can see 1, 2, 3. Most list operators can also work on tuples. What I mean to say is, we can access tuple elements using index values. If you see, my tuple T is having 5 elements with values a, b, c, d, e. To access first index value, that is a, I need to say only print T of 0, because as we have studied, tuple index starts with 0, hence in 0th index element a is stored. Hence when I say print T of 0 in an output console, it is printing a. We can also use slice operator to access more than one elements from a defined tuple. To print the index elements 1 and 2, that is b, c, I can use slice operator and I can say that print T of 1, 3. As we have studied earlier and also in this video, I have clearly stated that whenever you are using slice operator with start and end values, it will consider only up to n minus 1 value. Hence, when we say 1, 3, it will traverse only up to second index and it starts with first index. In first index b is stored and in second index c is stored. When I say print T of 1, 3, in an output I can see b, c in a tuple. Suppose if I try to modify the original elements of our tuple, we will get error because tuple is immutable. We cannot modify or we cannot alter the values of our defined tuple. If you see below example, here I am trying to assign capital A to the first index of our tuple. Currently, our tuple is having in 0th index value as a small a, and I am trying to overwrite or modify from small a to capital A. As I have stated, tuple is immutable. Due to that, we will get error stating that object doesn't support item assignment. But we can change the element of first element of our tuple using turnaround logic or alternative logic. The way we did in our string, what we can do is first initialize capital A as a one more new list. As it is having only one element, what I can do is I can say in single quote A comma, because as we know, if our tuple is having only one element, that element should end with trailing comma. And after that I can extract rest of the elements, that is from first index to till end of our tuple elements. For that I can say T of 1 colon. If I don't specify second index in slice operator, it will access all the elements from first index element to till end of the tuple. Hence T of 1 colon extract elements from tuple T B comma C comma D comma E. Again, if you observe, our slice operation returned one more tuple. That tuple elements are now B comma C comma D comma E. When I performed concatenation operation on two lists, whereas first list is having capital A and second list is having first tuple is having capital A and second tuple is having four elements B comma C comma D comma E. Our concatenation result into concatenation of two tuple elements, that is capital A comma B comma C comma D comma E, and these elements will be stored in a newly created tuple T. Hence when I print my tuple T in an output, I can see A comma B comma C comma D comma E. Comparing tuples. The comparison operators works with tuples and other sequences also. In Python, we will compare the first element from each sequence. If they are equal, then only we will go to the next element and so on. What it means is, first I will compare first element from first tuple and first element from second tuple. If both first elements of both the tuples are equal, then I will go for next element. If next element second element is also same in both the tuples, I will go for the comparison of third element from both the tuples. And this process will continue until and unless there is a difference between elements or it reaches to the end of the list. Subsequent elements are not considered if they are really big. What it means? If you see our below example, a first tuple is having three elements with value 0, 1, 2, and our second tuple is having three elements with value 0, 3, 4. Here I am saying that first tuple elements is less than second tuple elements. 0 is less than 0, that is okay. 1 is less than 3, yes. 2 is less than 4, yes. Hence, if you observe, first tuple elements are less than second tuple elements, hence it is returning true. Similarly, if you consider next example, 0, 1, 20 lakhs, and second tuple is having three elements 0, 3, 4, same thing. Here also it is returning true because it will compare 0 less than 0, yes, 1 less than 3, yes. It will not compare 20 lakhs with 4, as I have stated in above. It will compare only one digit at a time. So hence from first tuple, even though third element is 20 lakh, it will consider only first digit out of that, that is 2. 2 is less than 4, hence it will not search or it will not go for the next element. As soon as the elements from both the tuples are not equal, it will yield the results. Hence, 2 is less than 4, we are seeing in an output it is true. I hope you understood comparison of tuples, and also you understood how we can update using alternative logic the tuple elements, how we can perform plus operator and star operator on tuples and other operations on tuples. In next video, I will cover DSU pattern in Python. Thank you.